All right, what's up, guys? Market just opened. I just sat down, and now we're doing this. So there we go. So we got Nasdaq again. As of yesterday, new all-time high. Pretty good close today. Another day with no no pullback. We noted yesterday the lack of pullback in the overnight session here, and then again today, no pullback so far. So pretty cool stuff. Let's check out global watch list. Boeing's up a little bit, not much, still within their trend. Oh, they had earnings. Oh, earnings were hit a little bit. They're not really selling it off too much, but they're not roaring it higher either. Hey, what's up, Rob? Just checking out Boeing. Boeing had earnings this yesterday, so I'm trying to figure out, what's going on. $1 billion, 737 here, which actually ain't too bad considering. Real news is still to come. Let's see what that's about. Tesla's earnings. Well, I'll let you know when I finish with them. Still kind of putting on the polishing touches. I don't know. Earnings are today after market, I believe. Oh, they're split. And conference call. Yeah. Yep, today after market. It's little intimidating. It's a little intimidating here with, like I said yesterday, with it sitting down here on this 260 level. And market goes red. Yes, indeed, the market goes red, but the market yesterday, man, look at that volume. We hit average volume. I mean, it's just a super full green day. Nothing, no other way to really describe that other than just a super full green day. Of course, Netflix is pulling back. Nah. All right, what do we got here? C-Trip Amarin, Nvidia down, which we're looking at. Oh no, we're looking at Netflix. GPK down a little bit. Look at this aftermarket candle right here. I saw this yesterday after the close. This is like the only aftermarket trade. It came all the way down here to 1318 from basically looks like 1380. Thought that was kind of interesting. But great breakout there yesterday for GPK. Netflix, we talked about that breakout. And I'm not sure if we quite hit breakout volume for that. 7.638. 10.693. Yeah, we didn't quite hit breakout volume, but it was close. It was close. We were pretty good volume here, and then it dried up. Didn't really come back till very late in the day, which is why it never happened. So Netflix, with a breakout from a flat base, volume was almost good enough. Not quite, though. All right, what's working today? AEYE, Boot, EDU. Again, trying to make another high today. Good day yesterday after earnings. Twilio coming back pretty quickly and strong the past 3 days. Look at that, 1, 2, 3. It's not bad. Fortinet 0.85%. Good day today. Yesterday got moving later in the day, which was interesting. Look how flat volume was, and boom, it just accelerated. And then now we're moving back higher again. Hopefully get back up towards highs here and beyond in this breakout. This was a good breakout if you guys recall. We mentioned trying to get it on a pullback. TTD yesterday pausing. Not really selling off too much. We got bought up. We went high and went low and then just kind of meandered back up. Not too mad at that. CRISPR. Oh, O'Reilly with a big drop. What was that? Wow. Nice. Look at yesterday. How many shares were picked up yesterday? And today, trying to come back. Nothing fundamentally wrong with O'Reilly, though. Just some profit taking. This thing is just, when you go back, it's at what, $414? And it was down here at $4. Yeah, 2000. That's right, $4 O'Reilly. Nothing wrong with this story whatsoever. Everybody needs auto parts. Crazy. Winnebago. What are you doing, Winnebago? I haven't talked to you in a minute. Couple of days. Pausing up here. It looks like 36, 37. Overall, not looking bad at all. Not looking bad at all. No pullback. Not yet. ES&T up here still toying with a breakout. NVIDIA nice and tight there. Diamond Offshore. GMed not having good things. Ameren so far pretty tight. We're not really falling, which is good. C-Trip. And a blank screen. Look at some daily movers. Oh, not too many today. SAP gapping up on earnings. Into highs. Look at that. Wow, that's nice. APC, lots of gaps. It's Gappy Gapperton over here. This thing is huge. Huge in terms of gaps. Alright, all that black on the right side of my screen is annoying. There we go. There's a big gap out of the lows. I don't remember why that was. We saw that on the day. We've seen this before. Oh, takeover. And then up their bid for the takeover. That's what it is. All right, looks like eBay's having a day. I haven't talked about eBay in a while. Do you have a base, eBay? Oh, it has a flat base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. Depth of the base is 9.9%. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a flat base. Flat base alert. Gap up after earnings. Not bad. Hasn't hit your breakout point. Technically would be over 10 cents over the high of this day, which is 39.24 would be your breakout point. High being 39.14. Probably wouldn't preempt this one. I'm not quite sure. We haven't heard crap about eBay in a long time. Let's go check it out on IBD. see what they're saying about eBay. Okay, 86 composite rating's not bad. And then 76 relative strength rating is not bad either. Not great, but not bad. I think 85 for relative strength is what really the big true winners see. But we could see a 20% breakout from this flat base. Absolutely, I think that's possible. Rank 6 in its industry group, which is number 34 out of 197, so not bad. Earnings are 26% EPS change last quarter. Not bad. Sales growth is only 6%. Pre-tax margin 25.7. ROE is 32, which is good. Wow. There's 6 news articles on IBD since yesterday. Due to earnings, basically. Hold on a sec. Okay. There's eBay. GES, whatever that is. TER. Teradyne. There you go. NNVS. You don't want to be on the other side of that trade. Whoa, look at that. Bam, 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 bam. So, yeah. That's catching a falling knife right there. That you don't do. That just gets away from you so fast. So fast. Now, we'll say, look at that. Maybe it's hit a bottom. Hard to say exactly, but you're fairly close to a stopping point. About 4.5%, maybe 5% if you want to give it some wicks, but I'm not sure if you want to jump quite in front of that quite yet. There's been no consolidation. If you like buying things that are down a tremendous amount, I would keep this on radar, but I wouldn't jump in front of it. All right, going back to actionable list. What do we got here? Lumina, INSG. ESNT. PCDY getting on with the program. Okay, at least since yesterday. Today, we'll see how it happens today. Market looks like it's going to have a pausing day today. 5-2, Take-Two Interactive, GPK back in the green. And Fortinet 1.2%, getting on with that program. Beautiful. Yes. All right. Yeah. STZ up here too. Look at this move out of STZ, man. That's freaking strength. So trying to race up there to that trend line. I believe that's my profit taking zone. It's up here quick though, man. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, NASDAQ pulling back 0.25%. A lot of our stocks are holding up okay, doing better than that. We already know GPK. That breakout from yesterday, holding up pretty good. All right, yeah, solid down here, 0.25. GBK, PCCY. Sorry, guys, just typing something right now. All right. You get a little bit more red in here. So check out the global watch list here, see what's working. DPZ 10%. That's obviously earnings. All right, so they beat, and we're coming up on this one. I'm guessing this would be some sort of a cup. It doesn't qualify as a double bottom base, but whatever the heck it is, 305.44 would be your buy point. It's not quite up there yet. VFF Norfolk Southern. Man, we noted, whoops, what happened? We noted the other day that, I think maybe it was even last week, that all of the railroad stocks doing pretty good. STNE, wow. Man, just gave it up. I didn't realize that. So yeah, the TQQQ position, Rob. So that one is that's like HODL almost. I mean, that's like, you can buy TQQQ, in my opinion, whenever. If you've got money you're going to invest, you're going to put in the market, just put it in the market. And then if part of your strategy is that TQQQ trade, then you just buy that until the market tells you to get out of it, and then you get out of it, and then you rinse and repeat. That's basically it. So yeah, I think you can buy, absolutely. Yeah, the market is low in distribution days, especially on the NASDAQ. Let's check it out. The big picture. And it doesn't show me the graphic. Oh, there we go. Yeah, only one distribution day on the NASDAQ. All the others have dried up. 6 on the S&P 500, though. So, kind of a weird disparity. Usually don't get that big of a difference. Now, distribution day is a day of heavy selling or stalling, and it usually takes, these days, about 8 to 9 to put the market into a correction. So the NASDAQ's far from a correction right now. Now, it could get there in 8 to 9 days. So, All right, Rob. Yeah, that's good. And so that's what I do. I put about half of my account in the TQQQ, just kind of protecting against my own stupidity. You know what I'm saying? We're all stupid in some cases, and I don't want to have too big of a loss wipe out wipe out my account. But if you think the Nasdaq does about 9% a year on average, that triple is going to give you like 28%. And if you're fine with 28% on an annualized basis, now keep in mind it probably will be a little bit better than 29% the way things tend to go. And if you are able to exit at an opportune moment, because what happens is what ends up happening is like we exit. I think we exited on this day or just before this day or in the beginning of this day, and then you can buy back in the follow-through day. If you just bought back on the follow-through day, we had a couple of follow-through days here and here that got negated. And I think there was a third one that got, I don't remember. And then this right here was your actual follow-through day that ended up working. So you can see you end up buying, and this is non-margined, by the way, 7% lower, which is huge. 7.43% in an index. That's a big shift. So you could buy a little bit here, you could buy a little bit here, which is kind of what we did, and then we ended up buying more down there. I think I even bought some here on that day. But yeah, I think you can buy. I think it's something that, because you look at the Nasdaq, pretty much almost every day for 2017 was an all-time high. So, yeah, don't be too scared. If you've got money to put to work, put money to work. And I think TQQQ is a very good way to get just some crazy good returns. Crazy good returns. And I just messed it all up. There we go. They should resize stuff for this stupid small window that they have here. It's like, hey, this is a tiny window. You shouldn't let me go into the blackness like that. All right. There we go. All right, GPK, Match.com. Where'd Fortinet go? Oh, there it is, 0.59. So it's pulled back a little bit. GPK trying to make new highs though after yesterday, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not really like this little GPK trades after earnings. Good volume. Hopefully it works out like it should. And yeah, other than that, hope we don't do one of these. We had a good day. You'd like to get on with it, but the market isn't here to hand you money. Unfortunately, the market's actually here to take your money generally. So, stuff like that happens. You just kind of have to roll with it. On GPK, yeah, so here's the thing: when you have to understand you're buying a breakout stock, and stocks are going to have movements. You're talking about a 25% loss there, which isn't that bad. You know what I mean? Came down to 13.5. It's going to have those movements generally. So a lot of them don't come back the way GPK did, though. They'll kind of end the day underneath where you bought it, so you did get a little bit lucky there. But that's where kind of buying on the breakout day is sometimes really advantageous, especially in positions like that, because you can end up doing really good stuff. Twilio PCTY. Any bargains to be had today? And I'm not sure if that's a bargain. Not quite happy with INSG. I'll wait on that one. CRISPR, not looking like a bargain. Looking like it's just basing. Illumina, Diamond Offshore. So, no bargains, no major breakouts today. I like this SE setup. Again, I think the high tight flag setup may have kind of escaped it at this stage of the game just due to time in the handle, or time in the flag, excuse me. FoxF, we noted them and their lack of volume on the breakout. Take-Two Interactive, GMed. Yeah. Workday holding really nice and tight. This is pretty constructive, actually. Now, it's kind of been on a huge curve here. Hard to say that it's going to go parabolic. Hard to call that, but this looks pretty possible for it to do a parabolic type of move. And it has a base here. The problem is this is like a fifth stage base with Workday. There's been no pullback undercutting a prior base. Even that didn't undercut. You see that pullback right there during the bear market? Didn't undercut that. This thing is super strong. and like I said, the risk up here is that it pulls back because there's so much profit built into this. Everyone is profitable right now. And a lot of people have been in here for a number of years at much lower levels. So you run the risk of them selling to take profits. And in a big way. I mean, obviously there's some selling, but, in a much larger, more sustained fashion. But yeah, Workday 200, so $200.10 is your buy point for this one. That looks pretty good. Definitely a base there, probably a flat base. Yep, it's a flat base. And good stuff there for Workday. Huh? Oh, bye, babe. Huh? Okay. All right, good. Fidelity has a technical events section if you want to look at a couple they're calling. Yeah, sure. Yeah, market's kind of just hanging out right now, which is fine with me, as long as my stock's kind of inch higher. A little greedy like that, obviously, which is understandable. Oh, Star's up 1%. Look at that, new highs. Hell yeah, mofo. GPK almost up 1%. 49.48. LL double bottom, huh? We saw them yesterday. They came back with a vengeance. Hit that trend line right there too. Yeah, I guess you can consider that a double bottom. That's a pretty well. They use an IBD double bottom criteria? The problem is these are continuation patterns in stocks. They technically shouldn't be seen at lows, but I've seen them in lows in crypto, and I like them as lows. So I'm actually not super mad at that. Your buy point actually on a double bottom would be here, and on this one, it looks like it's already happened. Weekly time frame? Well, you know I've got my weekly right here. I mean, I see it there and I see it here. I can infer, here's the daily double bottom. You think it's this double bottom? I think it's unlikely. This is much lower than this low. Maybe not much lower, but yeah, it's about 10% lower, 13% lower. But regardless, I think for lumber liquidators, I think this is the bigger story. If that breaks out, this could be a nice little shift from a bearish trend to a bullish trend, because you're right, it has come down here before and tested. So in theory, we could have a nice rally out of this. Just kind of hard to know what's going to spark that definitively. But I mean, I had a nice rally here recently. We came out of lows. We had a good volume there. That's capitulation right there, basically. And curling up into a nice topping candle right at the trend line. These things happen over and over again. Don't know why these trend lines work like this, but they do. And earnings coming up. So we could see catalyst after earnings maybe try to pop us higher. PCTY, we've got that up here, I think, don't we? Yeah, we got that right here. Ascending continuation triangle. I didn't know that was a thing. We've got it like that. I actually have a Fidelity account. I could check that out. Oh, there we go. We got it like that. Yeah, maybe. From October? What kind of garbage is that? They're saying this? No. Absolutely not. So here's the thing. Within technical analysis, in all of my years, not one time have I seen anyone encapsulate like all of this is like everything. There's so much going on in here, and encapsulating it like this is very disingenuous, I think. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. It's just too big. There's this big hole right here that you don't usually get with an ascending triangle. I don't like it at all. I think their thing is garbage. 5 bearish stocks. Hopefully Fortinet's not one of them. Nvidia's come back a little bit. I want to list them. That's fine. But their analysis tool's stupid. ASTE double top. Okay, so that's more recent. That's right here. Yep. That makes sense. Triple top. And this one, the top never stops. That's funny. NASDAQ 0.13%. Boring day here today, guys. Thanks, Rob, for chatting with me. I probably would stop the stream a while ago. I mean, it's just market's doing fine, man. There's nothing to overcomplicate here. I mean, it's just really, really a good situation. Hard to be really mad at it. A lot that's going on here. That daily stuff's lagging. ABG, Cron here, FL. Arista Networks looks like their daily data is horrible. Oh, they're having issues with daily data. Must be aggregating it on their side or something. I don't know why it's so slow. PLNT, look at that, man. Just stair-stepping its way higher. About to have another little mini breakout. Can't say it's not going to do the same thing and just take another leg. It's just kind of ready to go. So it didn't quite get up to that point, which would have been up here at 75. So hard to say this one's going to go much higher on this third leg. Biomether looks like it's living lower. Cron, Winnebago coming right back. There's Planet again, AbbVie. I'm just looking at the weekly charts now. Why am I so freaking long on time again? The most annoying thing to me. DocuSign with basically a flat base so far. Technically, it starts on the red week, which would be here. But I believe we take the percentage down from there. It's 14.66%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Definitely stands for a flat base for DocuSign. Let's go ahead and place an early alert here. That one could be actionable. Let's put that on our actionable list. Maybe time to purge some from our actionable list. Maybe Diamond Offshore. It's not my... Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of Diamond Offshore. I don't think I'm ever going to take a position in that. Levi NSG still hasn't died. Illumina. Nah, why not? AMRN. That one's still good. PCTY. Moving up into highs. We'll hold that one for now. ESNT. Still hasn't broken down. Hasn't broken out either. CRISPR, maybe. Trade Desks, still there. SE. NVIDIA, hope you're still on my actionable list. EDU, still working good. Take-Two Interactive, still waiting for this one to break out of that base after that trend line break. We'll see. Skyworks has been working well. Twilio looks good. Hack looks good. Workday looks good. Fortinet breakout looks pretty good. GMed, you're not very actionable. Acacia, Fox, gotta wait for you. Stars looks like it's pausing up here. Yeah, looks like it's pausing a little bit. GPK, Winnebago looks good. O'Reilly looks good. Pullback, it's a good time to get O'Reilly. Docu, we just added that. Match.com. Look at that, Match.com sitting at highs. That's great. That's really great. AEYE. I had that up here because I'm interested in kind of the whole thing. So we'll just stick that for right now. Match.com. Pretty good action. As a matter of fact, pretty good action. FTNT, Rob. Well, so I kind of pullback bought FTNT. If you guys remember, I entered down here, and then I entered here, somewhere in here. I don't remember, but on this pullback to the breakout point, I bought a little bit more. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to go higher. The volume here is pretty good on the breakout. Pullback to the breakout point is perfectly normal, not out of possibilities at all. I really don't like that earnings is coming up. I may have to exit this position 5-2, so about a week. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know if I always struggle with that. I always exit, but I always want to stay. I'm like, don't shake me out of my damn position just due to earnings. It always pisses me off. But I've got to exit at some point. Yeah, so I don't know. It can do anything here until earnings, which does kind of suck. And it looks like this morning it's kind of going to fill this little mini gap that it formed. Didn't really get going this morning. It looked like it was going to, and then you can see it's only up 0.38% right now. So it's just kind of gyrating. But I don't know. I mean, the breakout, I do like the breakout. It's a good classic breakout. Yeah, I don't know. I may have to leave a partial position in there just kind of as a, what do I got? Yeah, see, I only have 2 options in there. They're pretty expensive, so I probably won't be able to do that. I'm not sure if there's a way I can mitigate that either. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it'll get back up. If you look at the way that this broke down here, Rob, it went up really nicely. Look at the nice volume, and the selling pressure that came in wasn't really that great. It was bigger than average on most of those 3 days right there, but it never really eclipsed any of this buying right here these 3 days, which is really good. And this third selling day was actually, look at where it closed. It was a peak close, so they gapped it lower. They accumulated positions, and then now they're letting it go back higher again, and they may even push it higher at some point. It's not going to end down here probably. I mean, it could end all the way down here at 90 and be perfectly fine. You can come back down here and hit the trend line again and be perfectly fine, depending on how much they want to get of it. So if the market isn't pushing it higher right now, the people that are trying to accumulate Fortinet will kind of play the little games and move the price around to where they want it, accumulate positions, and then go back up again. And I think that's what happened here is they stopped accumulating. They let some sellers bring it down lower, or they pushed it lower. I don't know. You never know how that works. But that's a pretty good day right there. That's so what's that? 2.184. Yeah, so this is a tiny bit higher than either of these 2 candles. And look at the day it had. I mean, it's just good stuff for Fortinet. I'm pretty happy with this one. It needs to get going at some point. Obviously, I don't like to stay in the red too long. I'm not in the red on that trade, actually, by the way, either. I'm in the green. Even after my ad, I'm in the green, so that's good. NVIDIA looks like it's 0.4% here. Not doing too bad. Holding very tight here. Did I not put Netflix in here? There it is. There's Netflix. So Netflix with a pullback day today. Hi, Ethan. You all right? Guys, hold on. All right. Thoughts on Disney after streaming service announcement? Yeah, we haven't looked at that in a while. I mean, yeah, I love that so much. And we saw that happen. I didn't follow it though. I didn't continue with that story, but I mean, this is good. See, this is where you can encapsulate price. That other trend line that they were trying to ascending whatever is garbage. This is good. This is good right here. This is not a garbage pattern. That other pattern was a garbage pattern. This one is not. And this probably will see $200+ prices. I don't know how many years that's going to take, but on Disney here. But absolutely, I like this. I think this is very good. I'm actually a little annoyed I didn't buy it. Yeah, right. They ain't gonna listen to me. All right, stars coming down a little bit. F Fortinet coming down a little bit. Nvidia looks like it's going back towards flat, which is good. Netflix down 0.75%. Not super happy about that. It's after earnings, so hopefully it holds up. I don't want to let this get too far. I just have to close it arbitrarily if things continue in this direction today. Looks like GPK went up a little bit more. On Disney, I don't know if you'll get one. Look, this is bullish, man. This is super bullish. Look at that. There's not an inkling of selling in there. There's pausing days, but that's just them testing the market to see if they're going to let it drop, and they didn't. It already had a gap the other day. You can layer into positions. You don't have to enter immediately. Now, there was earnings coming up on 5/8, so keep that in mind. That's about 2 weeks away. That's always a consideration. In terms of a pullback, though, you're not going to get a lot. And then when it pulls back, it'll probably be in a scary fashion, so you probably won't buy anyway. You can try, but first of all, it's probably never going to hit this line again. This gap will probably, I say probably, never get filled. Right there, actually that gap, it's all that. That's a breakaway gap. And our gap rules applied, but I wasn't thinking about Disney, obviously, the next day. Oh, it was over a weekend, that's why. And your gap rule would have got you in here over the high of this gap day. So, I mean, maybe we'll come back down and test the gap area, test this candle, but it's hard to say if and when that's going to occur. Yeah, stars maybe pausing right here. I should just take all that percentage gain and run. And when I think like that, I'm going to close that trade. That's a great trade for stars. 24-hour streams. Something like that. All right, I closed that stars trade. I don't want to go through too much of a pullback. What up, Eli? 20% move is good enough for which one? For stars? It was bigger than that. I got to go here in a little bit, gentlemen. I got to take the kids to school this morning. Wifey's off. She's gone. GPK getting on with the program, 1.23%. Keep going, son. That was a pretty good close right there. That stars trade was like 280%. That was dope. Very happy with that trade. Now watch, it's going to rip roar back and go higher again, but that's okay. Yeah, I probably should let the market take me out, though. Right there is probably what I should have done. I should have made that my trigger. Oh well, it's all good. All right, Acacia. I have some cash tomorrow to play with. That's good as things are moving. You all right, Ethan? No, not those are adult teeth. Your only baby teeth are the ones in your back, your big ones. Did they hurt or something? No. Okay. Okie dokie. Netflix not participating in the breakout. My love for it. Pulling back here a little bit. Volume's obviously lower since yesterday, so hopefully it'll be a little consolidation day, but maybe it'll get going there. Paused it. Didn't go above that trend line though. Kind of a double bottom, larger double bottom base, but so this would be double bottom with a handle maybe? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I misread it. Maybe this isn't a flat base, although it definitely meets criteria for flat base by any account. But within a larger pattern, maybe it's a double bottom. Sell in May and go away. I already had an article on that. I didn't read it, but it hasn't worked the past couple of years. The reason that used to work is because back before internet trading, all of the stockbrokers would literally leave and go on vacation for basically the whole summer. It's pretty much what would happen. But with the advent of internet trading, it really hasn't worked out very well. So here's the article that IBD posted. You guys can read that. And I'm gonna have to get out of here. Gotta get my kids pushed and ready to school. Get my little guy up. He's still sleeping. So, but yeah, go ahead and read that article. IBD basically says you don't need to stay. You don't need to do that. So, all right, gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good one. What's today? Wednesday? Yes, we'll see you tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.